the astronauts. It's like you just you're totally out of this world. Like I think if as far as like the music is concerned, it's just about like not being afraid to take risks and like not being stuck in one particular part of music or scared to try different stuff and just pretty much just being yourself. And that's pretty much what everything we do embodies. Like everything that we like every record, like you can go back to the original shit, like the old Helmet Song 1 shit, like basically autobiographical shit we're talking about. Like if we did something like Mind to Throw That, you know, it's just like one thing just kind of inspires another. So we're not like sitting up here making up fairy tales. All right, so over the past like the whole 2011, it seemed like a lot of LA artists were just coming out the woodworks. First you had like Tyler the Creator was doing this thing, then Kendrick. I just recently found out about Kendrick. Like I knew who he was, but the past couple months I seen him a couple times perform, and one time was actually in Philly. He got crazy love, like so that's what made me kind of tune into him. But it just seemed like they all sticking together. You got dudes like the legends like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg coming out to the concerts and stuff like that, and showing love, embracing like the new wave out there. So I think we need to kind of not duplicate the same thing, but you know, everybody just gotta continue. It's kind of already building up right now, building up steam. Just it seems like everybody was just on the money for LA this year. Like everybody had their business right, everything was just right. So I think we need to kind of, as far as me, I'm inspired by that. Like Frat, it's my niggas, man. DJ FM, Theodore Grams, Trez, Spiz, got Briz. There's so many of them niggas, but I fuck with everybody in the movement. Theodore Grams in particular, I feel like I pretty much watch him like blossom into where he's at right now as far as music. Cause like it's crazy because 2 years ago when I found out about him on Facebook, like I would have never thought that he would be headlining shows, not headlining, but he got his fucking name on the sign at the TLA. Like that's crazy to me right now. Like so to see him do what he's doing right now is a big thing. Like I'm proud, like, cause I feel like I was one of the people who first really discovered what he was doing. Like people wasn't really trying to hear him. That's a good thing. Frat, Blonde Gang, they're just some crazy ass dudes, and I fuck with everything they're doing too. Shit is crazy, cause it can come from like influence can come from so many different things. Like I could be watching a movie or like a cartoon, or listening to like WDAS or fucking playing a video game, or my man might send me a clip. Like it comes from anywhere. So there ain't really necessarily no process. It's just wherever I just find inspiration, or sometimes I'll just be bullshitting in the crib, just playing around with sound. So ain't no specific process. From 54 for Chester. It's crazy because me and Mom grew up around the same way, but nonetheless, Southwest. Grew up with my grandma for the first like half of my life, from like 1st to 8th grade. Then I moved in with my mom, so now I live still in Southwest, but a couple ways away from where I grew up at. And you know, regular childhood, you see crazy shit in the hood. Only thing that was different was I got to be around like a lot of different cultures because I went to like private school, I went to Catholic school for high school, went to college, went to Temple, and so I got to be around like a lot of different like people that listen to different types of music, people that just had totally like I went to Temple, my roommates was foreign exchange students from India and shit, like so listening to their music and seeing what they're into, I think that had a lot to do with like where I'm at musically right now. Like I got an open ear to any type of style of music. Like my man just passed me off some house party CDs before we did this interview, so you know, house music CDs. I mean, for a while it was all about like when I first started making beats, like I used to just basically just duplicate shit that I already heard. Like if I listened to like dudes that I really looked up to was like cats like Pharrell, Swiss Beats, Just Blaze, and I used to listen to Timberland. I used to listen to their shit, and I used to be like, I just had a laptop and fucking Fruit Loops, which is like a computer program. I'm quite sure so many people made it famous now. So, but it's like I used to sit there and listen to their shit and be like, how the fuck did they do that? Like, and I just used to try my best to duplicate what I heard from them. And then it turned into like I had to find my own sound. And then once I found my own sound, I kind of got bored. I was like, man, it's not enough. Like I don't want to just be stuck like to where the point where every time somebody hears one of my tracks, they could instantly pinpoint that. I think that cages what I can really do. So I like a lot of different type of music, so I try a lot of different type of shit. Some shit I'm not that good at, so you might not even hear some of the shit I've been trying, but I just try a lot of stuff until it works, and then that's where you get my sound. Alright, so skateboarding is just, I don't skateboard, but for me, for the first time I really like seen it done live. Like I used to watch on TV and be like, that's crazy how people do that shit. But then when you see people like practicing, that's when you really see the grind of that, like getting falling and fucking your shit up, like breaking your ankles and all that type of crazy shit. So to me, I can respect that just as much as I can respect a dude going to the studio every day or a nigga that's trying to get a crazy jump shot. Like, so it's like just the grind of that shit and putting your body on the line, which is crazy to me. Just for some people be nice as shit and you never see them on TV. They just like hood legends of skateboarding. Like I didn't even know that shit was going on until I really started like getting more in tune with the culture. And then of course the clothing. You see me with that shit on all the time. I fuck with the skateboard. Clothing, Vans is like one of my favorite pair of sneakers. So you always see me embracing that part as far as the fashion and shit. And I just like I said, I just like the grind, and you gotta be just as dedicated to be a good skateboarder as you do to be like a good musician, I think, honestly. Alright. My ideas on why Philadelphia isn't mainstream. For number one, a lot of people don't have their business mind right. Like they don't have like the necessary stuff that you need to present to a label. Like you can't really present you rapping on YouTube over a beat like to a label, or you can't just present like there's certain stuff that you have to take, the necessary like stuff that you have to follow by in order to even be able to be ready for the industry. Like there's a lot of dudes that just rap and never did a live show or don't have no way of getting in contact with you except for their Facebook page and stuff. It's just like a lot of little stuff for me, honestly, because there's so much talent. Like there's so many dudes that's like, and girls and singers and stuff that's real nice. But it's just they just not getting the business part right. I think business is like the main reason why. Other than that, to me, as far as I can tell, it's like a numbers game, man. If you know how to play the right, like a lot of people just finding out about blogs, certain blogs and different ways to manipulate the internet, like to spread your fan base out. Like you can't just if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. You gotta spread your wings, like out here. And a lot of people are not doing that. Like they stuck in this just Philly underground market instead of. You don't even have to travel. It's like you can touch so many people just from your laptop, but a lot of people are not taking advantage of that. So they might see us, like we might pop up on a fucking blog in the Bay Area and dudes is like, damn, how y'all do that? But it's not nothing different. Like it's not really it's not brain surgery, man. But it's just a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of little stuff and a lot of business stuff that's missing from people's plan. Like a lot of dudes can rap their ass off, sing, dance, all that shit. But when it comes down to it, you gotta get business right though. You trying to go global. Like,